Hey guys, it's Mercedes, and today I have for you this amazing tutorial using Honey Princess shadows. She stopped by my house actually. She was in the area doing a show, showcasing some of her new line and everything, and she stopped by and she brought me some beautiful new nail polishes, but also she brought me these awesome new eyeshadows. They're in pots now. She has them in pressed form, which is so cool. It's so awesome to see her line of like the evolution of it all. She also brought me a lipstick, which is what's on my lips today. It has a name, but she is kind of keeping that concealed right now. Her mother named it. It's really cool, but until it's launched, it's a sheer lipstick. Compared to the color in the tube, you can see it's kind of sheer on my lips, but I think it's totally awesome. She's like getting ahead of the game. I know that ColourPop just came out with a sheer line, and Urban Decay has a sheer line also, so it's kind of cool to see that she's ahead of the game. She also wanted me to let you guys know that no longer will the lipsticks be in these tubes. When they do a new batch, they're going to be in regular lipstick bullets, kind of like your MAC or any line really. She also wanted to let you guys know that the colors of these are going to be on her website next week, I believe she said. This one is called Get Lucky. I can't remember the name of the purple, but they are what I'm wearing on my nails today. Get Lucky here is put over top of, this is Amazonian by Sinful Colors. I was going for like a Little Mermaid look here, and so this purple is just so beautiful. It's like the perfect lilac lavender. But let's get into this tutorial, show you guys how I did the eyes and the lips. The names of these two that I used are Red Velvet and Harvest. And so let's get going. Well, look who figured out how to use her voiceover recorder. Finally, I'm starting by putting on some moisturizer here. I'm going to go ahead and put that on all over my face just to get it ready and prepped instead of using a primer today. Then I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm going to put this all over my eyelids, get them nice and ready for these brilliant colors we're going to be using for this awesome look. Then I'm going in with the Anastasia Brow Pomade in the color Auburn. This color just is a nice subtle brown, and it has this hint of red to it that adds that perfect, like, I'm actually an actual redhead when I'm not. But if you guys want to see more about my redhead color, you can go ahead and check out a video I posted last week all about how I refreshed my hair color. This is my depotted NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. I'm going to go ahead and pat this down all over my eye just to prepare for the bright colors, give them a great base to work off of so that they'll be really vibrant. Here I'm using the Jordana White Lace Baked Eyeshadow, and I'm going to just use that to smooth out and create a beautiful base for blending all the shadows together. This has really changed my makeup game lately. Putting down that white base, but also putting down a white eyeshadow over top of that has changed everything. Last week you saw me break out this new Wet n Wild palette. It has become a staple of my collection for these bright summer colors. I'm taking the orange shade as my transition and my crease color just all over that crease to help blend between the gold and the red we're going to use from Honey Princess. This is just so beautiful. These pigments are so rich and wonderful. You need this palette in your life. Here comes my first Honey Princess shadow for this look. It is the shade Red Velvet. I've got a close-up here for you guys. It's just a beautiful red with some pink and gold shimmer in it. I'm going to just go ahead and put this on the outer half of my eye. I'm going to blend it in up into the wing line and just really bring out that red color tone. I know I did the Venice sunset last week, kind of that tropical sunset. This week I am doing more of like, you know, a harvest sunset. You feel me? Unfortunately, this is the point where my camera cut out. I'm using this beautiful gold yellow by Honey Princess called Harvest, which is where I got the title for this video, Harvest Moon, and I put that all over the inner corner here, and I'm just going to go ahead and keep blending that out, just adding more and more pigment until like I feel like it's blended. Then I went ahead in with my color, my chocolate bar palette by Too Faced, and I decided to add a little bit of the color Cherry Cordial, I believe. It's like a matte deep burgundy, and I decided to just help that crease and the edge there just be blended out really well, and to just darken it up, bring a little shadow to it so it wasn't so flat there with all the red going on. Then I went ahead in with Venus from the Urban Decay Basics palette, the Naked Basics palette, and I just lightened up, making it a more natural skin tone, but also keeping the whole shimmer of the eye that's going on, still keeping that metallic, iridescent feel. I wanted to bring back some of the natural tones, so I also went in with the shade, I want to say it's called Naked, and I went ahead and went over a little bit just so it had a good skin feel. Then I took my Kat Von D Autograph pencil in the regular black shade, and I took that through my tight line. It made my eyes water a little bit, but I also took it through my the like outer half of my waterline. Then I took my high definition marker liner by New York City, and I went ahead and gave me a slight wing, not very big, just keeping it kind of low key because I want plenty of lid space taken up by these colors. And then you guys know that there is only two mascaras in my life right now. The Bad Gal Lash, which is what I use first, always, and then the YSL False Lash Effect Mascara, which is what I put on second to give my eyes a little thickness, my eyelashes a little thickness, while the Bad Gal Lash gives them a lot of length. Now I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, which I've mentioned in other videos, and in the future I'll mention in a video that I really don't like this foundation. I know it's supposed to be matte, but I find it kind of drying almost. It just clings to some of the, I don't even have dry patches in the summer, and it clings to my skin. It separates during the day. I'm just not a big fan, but it's what I have right now. My favorite foundation was the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation, but I don't have any more, and you have to order it offline, so this is what I'm dealing with. I found that the best way to use this foundation is just to blend it in with my fingers, so that's what I'm going for here. While I haven't been a big fan of the foundation, the Fit Me concealer has been great. I got it in the shade Fair, which is the more pinky tone of the two, and I just put these kind of check mark looking Nike symbols on my face. I don't use a ton of product. I'm not going for that uber contoured look, but I just love doing this right now. It's helping bring a lot of light to my face, giving me a more dewy look on those sections of my face where I was afraid of being more dry, and it's just helping, you know, give me that beautiful summertime look. It's doing pretty great so far, but I'm still testing this product out. Then I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Cover All powder. This is what I've been using like all the time now, just to do any part of my face that isn't going to be covered in blush or bronzer or highlight. Even some of those spaces, just to give me a nice clean canvas to start working on. Then I went in with my bronzer first. This is Hoola bronzer, and I go ahead by Benefit, and I go ahead and just do my cheekbones and my temples. Then before I put on any highlighting powder, I go ahead and use this eye brightener powder by e.l.f. Anywhere that I put down concealer, I put this over top to set it. For my highlight today, I am using Gleaming Pearl from the Divergent collection by Sephora. It's a white highlight, but it has a gold reflect to it, which is just perfect to go with these gold and red eyes. Then I'm taking my favorite blush of life, which is the Iris blush by BH Cosmetics. I would love some recommendations on a high-end version of this blush, just to see the kind of difference between them, because if not, I am definitely going to keep purchasing this one. I love this blush. It stays on all day, and it just gives my cheeks the perfect depth. Then for my lips, I am using the new Honey Princess lipstick. It's not named yet, and she's actually considering turning it into a gloss because of how sheer it is. I think it's beautiful. It's like a coppery brass tone mixed into a red, and I'm going to go ahead and put this all over my lips and go off camera because I have a bad habit of doing that. I apologize. Alright guys, and that's the finished look. All I did was I put my hair back a little bit, let it down, but this is it. These eyeshadows are just so beautiful, and I loved them when they were in, you know, their loose form, and now that she has them pressed, it's like just so much more exciting. These colors are going to be perfect for fall. I loved that she named it Harvest. Red Velvet Cake definitely makes me think of autumn and Christmas time coming up. So I'm definitely in love with these shades. You will definitely see them on me in the future continually. I've been putting tons of pictures up on my Instagram lately of new looks I've been coming up with using these shadows and that Wet n Wild palette I showed you that I used the orange for my crease for. If you want to hit me up on Instagram, my username is Lens of the Heart, and you can definitely see all kinds of looks there. You can tell me if you want to see a look I've created done into a video. I am always up for whatever you guys want me to do. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, you can always leave them down below and I will get to you as soon as possible. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you soon. Bye!